And I always believe when everything's ready, it's too late. And that's not. Entrepreneurs do the things before everything's ready. Right? There will be no Alibaba if everything's ready. Why Jack Ma? You know, this guy failed again for so many times. Failed examination for university for 3 times. No money, and my father, my mother, both are very poor people in the cities. So there's no chance for us. Africa the same. Today's Africa is much better than 19 years ago when we started Alibaba. People with such a terrible speed at that time of using internet. You know, when I started my business, 1994, for the internet, I invite a lot of people say Jack is telling a lie. There is no such thing called internet. I went to register my company. And in the company registration office, people say, what kind of a company you want to do? I said, Hangzhou Internet Consulting Company. They said, internet. There is no such word in the dictionary. They cannot register the company. And China was not connected to the internet the day when I registered my company. 3 months later, China was connected to the internet. So in order to prove that I was not a liar, I invited TV people came to my room. We waited 3 hours and a half to download the first front page. And that was true, right? And this is said, and at that time, nobody believed internet. Nobody believed e-commerce. Nobody believed China would have e-commerce. No logistic, no credit cards. The same question people asking you now, how can Africa have internet companies? How can you do e-commerce? You don't have a credit card. You don't have logistics. You don't have government support. You don't have everything. That's the opportunity. As an entrepreneur, we never complain. We make other people complain. We make our competitors complain. We never cry, because if cry can solve the problems, can solve no problem. We make competitors cry. We make those people who do not believe our dreams cry. In my apartment when we started, 18 founders. And we aim high, we have a dream. We say we want to become the top 10 internet companies or websites in the world. Guys, at that time, we are ranking several million names. But we say we want to be number 10, or the top 10 of the world. We want to make this company last 102 years, and we don't know where's our pay next month. Well, when you are poor, if you have dreams, you'll never be poor. You know what we are doing. So we never say we will win next year or we win tomorrow. We say we will win in 10, 20 years. 19 years passed. Today, we are the top 10 websites, internet companies in the world. Right? And 90 years passed. Today, we never expect that Alibaba business, Alibaba company is just e-commerce without Ali and financing. Alibaba e-commerce, our market cap is $500 billion US. So think about it. Tell me 19 years ago, anybody can say a company in China can be the top 10 internet companies in the world? Or 10 years ago, 20 years ago, anybody can believe a company in Asia could be the top 10 global tech companies in the world? So people here believe in Africa, in 10, 20 years, you will have at least 10, 20 Alibaba companies. Because if you don't dream, if you don't start to work, this thing will never happen. But if you start to do it, you have a chance. If not 500 billion, 50 billion is okay. When Alibaba started to hire people, we could not hire people at all because nobody wants to join a company, strange name Alibaba, right? And work in an apartment. And nobody believes in e-commerce and internet. So we hired anybody who can walk. We don't care, right? Whether you have a master's degree or bachelor degree, as long as you believe us. So they joined us. We start off from nothing. was true. For the first 10 years was tough, very difficult days. Because we cannot find customers, we cannot find good engineers, we cannot find any sort of resources. We cannot get money from the banks, right? So people say, well, in Africa we cannot get loans from the banks. Everywhere in the world, banks do not give small business money, right? So we start to be very careful for every cent we spend. And our first IPO year 2007, when Alibaba IPO'd in Hong Kong, year 2007, we had a lot of millionaires in the company. And I asked my colleagues, we have 300 people become millionaires. And I asked them, hey, now tell me, you become millionaires because you are smarter than the others? And people said, no. We even cannot find jobs. Right? Because you are hardworking? Yes, we work hard. We find more people hardworking than us. But they did not succeed. Why they're not smart? All the smart people at that time, they went to Microsoft and IBM. And headhunting companies came to headhunt all the best guys from us. And we are the people, nobody come to headhunt us. We have no place to go. We believe in ourselves. We believe our dream. We work together. So I say, we are the people because nobody wants us. I am the person. Over 30 companies don't want me. Right? So we are the people get used to be rejected. We are the people get used to be say no from the other people. Why people should help you? People help you. That is unusual. People do not help you. That is very common. You should work to earn to be helped. Right? So, in order to encourage my 17 founders and all the people who joined us, I said, our competitors are very strong. At that time, our competitor was eBay. A lot of the eBay guys graduate from Harvard. We are people graduate from no. I don't want to even mention about the university names. Well, nobody. But I say, if we can win, if we can succeed, 80% of the young people in China, in the world, can be successful. Because we believe, we work, a lot of them have dreams, but they don't work hard. A lot of work hard, but they don't have dreams. Entrepreneurs should work plus dreams. In this way, we can win. Today, say, Alibaba, you succeed. Well, our company won't last 102 years. Why 102 years? Because every target, every goal we give to our team should be very accurate. We were born in 1999. Last century, we had 1 year. We want to spend 100 years and plus 1 year, 102, cross 3 centuries. So very accurate. We never see we are successful because we are only 19 years old. There's 83 years to go. So we will never say we're successful. We just survived 19 years. We are lucky. But in the past 19 years, we have made thousands of mistakes. As an entrepreneur, don't learn from other people how they succeed. Learn from how their people fail. Because a lot of MBA schools, they teach you successful case studies. When you read too many successful, you think you can be successful. No. There are a lot of things that you don't know. Because, some business school came to Alibaba, write case studies. They say, no, this is Alibaba. And I say, no, this is not Alibaba. They wanted me to sign after 1 week study. They say, this is case study Alibaba A. I say, no, this is not me. They say, Jack, you don't know you. And I say, all right, I sign. And next 5 years, every year there is a case study in Tsinghua University. I was invited to sitting at the back, listen to the MBA schools talk, learning about our case study. And they always put a competitor. Competitor in Alibaba who will succeed. For 5 years, they always agree Alibaba will die, the competitor will win. But 5 years, all the competitors died. So how can you learn from the case study like that? Learn from the mistakes. Because the mistake, most of the companies I talk to, entrepreneurs, most of the mistakes they made are the same. Most of the success reasons, you don't know. They're different reasons. So when you learn from the mistakes, not because you want to avoid the mistakes, because when you see the mistakes, when you have these kind of problems, you know how to face it. An entrepreneur has a strong heart towards the difficulties, mistakes, the troubles, the failures, but should be a warm and soft heart to your colleagues and to the customers. And I think one of the things I want to share with the values, the 6 values, among the 2 values, very unique in Alibaba, which I think the whole world should think about. We put customer number 1, employee number 2, shareholder number 3. Most companies in the Wall Street, they put the shareholder number 1. I said, customer is the most important. If you serve them well, they pay you the money. And the second important is colleagues. Why the colleagues get together? Because they want to serve the customers. If they do not serve the customers, why we get together? Right? So if the customer happy, employees happy, the shareholders will be happy. And the next value I'll share with you is embrace the change. In this changeable world, keep changing is the best way to keep it successful. I remember year 2000 when I tried to raise my money. I went to a lot of venture capitalists. They say, Jack, give me the business plan. I said, I don't have a business plan. Well, write something. And look at the others. They have such a thick business plan. I spent a whole week writing on one piece of paper. This is a business plan, a book. The book is about how to be successful, doing their business in e-commerce, internet in China. I say, how can they write a book? China was not even connected to the internet. We never change our dreams, but we change ourselves. We learn from the mistakes, from the others and ourselves, and change and become successful. This is how we did. So there are so many great conditions for big companies. It is time, let's get policies for startups, for young companies. And also I encourage all the entrepreneurs, if you want to start a business, don't think you will be successful next month or next year. Think about at least 5 years. Because if something can be successful next month, why you? You have a rich father, you don't have to be a startup. Right? And by the way, don't be discouraged because you have a poor diploma or, graduate from a poor university or low education. Don't worry about that. If you graduate from MIT, Harvard, you will never be an entrepreneur. Right? They can only be the white-collar guys. So, as an entrepreneur, you should have what is the strategy for entrepreneur? Strategy is time, 10 years. You compete with the other people, the vision. The world will be there. What kind of customers they need, how we can build it up. If you prepare for 5 years and 10 years, if you have a good team, and always do before the government do. If you're waiting for government, you have no chance. Right? When government say, there is an opportunity there, go that direction. Because it will be too crowded there. Right? This is always... So as an entrepreneur, always ask yourself 3 questions. What do you have? What do you want? And what will you give up? What do you have? We have nothing. Right? The only things we have a dream, we believe, we have a team. And I believe we have the time to work hard. And what do you want? And what do you want? You have to ask what the customer want. What's the problem of the society? What's the problem of your customers? And what your team want. Think about what do you have, we want, and what we give up. if you don't want to give up everything, you will get nothing. A lot of business people, they never learn to focus. If you're a startup, learn to be focused on one thing, right? Because learn to be focused just like there are 9 rabbits on the ground. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. If you want to catch this one, finally you get nothing. So for 9 rabbits, don't change the rabbit, change yourself to catch that rabbit until you got it. A lot of things we have to learn. It's a great experience to be an entrepreneur. Life is so cool when you become an entrepreneur. In my life, the day I never write a book for myself. I think those people who write books are getting too old. My life just the beginning. The day when I want to write a book, Alibaba 1001 Mistakes. And I want to tell my kids how many tough days I have gone through. How many silly mistakes I've made. And this is the best experience. This is, because it's easy to be good, but it's tough to be bad.
Imagine being rejected from 30 jobs, failing countless times, and still having the courage to keep going. Most people would give up, but Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, took a different path. He didn't just believe in his dreams. He turned them into a reality that has impacted millions of lives around the world. In a world where most people wait for the perfect conditions, Jack Ma proves that the key to success lies not in luck or resources, but in the unwavering belief that great dreams can become great achievements. Let's explore each of these teachings a little further and discover how they can change the way you face life's challenges. We'll explore how Jack Ma overcame difficulties that seemed insurmountable, turning obstacles into opportunities, and how he stayed focused on his goals even when success seemed far away. Stay with us a little longer and like the video. Get ready for a journey of deep learning where you'll see a little more of the brilliant strategies Jack Ma used to build an empire. Most importantly, you won't want to stop watching, because every lesson presented here has the potential to transform your life forever. The value of resilience. Jack Ma is the perfect example of how resilience can transform someone's life. After being rejected from 30 jobs, including one at KFC, he decided that he wouldn't let the rejections define his future. Instead of giving up, he saw each rejection as a learning opportunity, adapting to the circumstances and maintaining the conviction that success would come if he kept trying. This lesson in resilience is especially relevant for those who face difficulties at the beginning of their journey. It's often easy to lose hope when results don't appear immediately. But Jack Ma's story reminds us that success often comes after countless failures. He turned these failures into fuel to continue his journey, showing that true strength lies in the ability to get back up after each fall. Perhaps you're going through a time when you feel discouraged. Remember that Jack Ma himself, one of the richest men in the world, went through situations of extreme difficulty. But he never let these difficulties stop him from believing in his dreams and working tirelessly for them. Resilience also means adapting to change, something Jack Ma did brilliantly by reinventing himself with each new obstacle. When he couldn't get a job, he decided to create opportunities, showing that the true essence of resilience is the ability to adjust and find creative solutions to the most difficult problems. Opportunities beyond difficulties. Jack Ma firmly believes that difficulties are a form of disguise for opportunities. As a young man, he faced a series of setbacks, from being rejected by universities to not being able to get simple jobs. However, rather than seeing these obstacles as the end of his ambitions, he saw them as lessons that prepared him for something greater. For Ma, every challenge he encountered was an opportunity to think differently and innovate. This mentality of turning problems into opportunities is what distinguishes great entrepreneurs. Ma encouraged his colleagues and young entrepreneurs to see difficulties as doors to new horizons, pointing out that it is these barriers that push us to be more creative and resilient. He said that the greater the challenge, the greater the reward, because it forces people to think outside the box and look for new solutions. For example, when Jack Ma faced the challenge of creating an e-commerce platform in China, he didn't have access to capital or technology infrastructure, but that didn't stop him. He used the limitation as an opportunity to focus on a different business model, more geared towards small merchants. This turned Alibaba into the giant it is today, proving that the greatest opportunities are born in times of difficulty. Opportunities and difficulties are always intertwined. Like Jack Ma, you may be facing challenges that seem insurmountable. But the real magic happens when you start to see beyond the surface of the problem and discover the potential it carries. Every obstacle can be the key to opening a new door. You just need the courage and persistence to turn the lock. The entrepreneurial spirit precedes preparation. Jack Ma has always stressed that the true entrepreneur doesn't wait for everything to be perfect before taking action. When he founded Alibaba, he didn't have the technical knowledge or the right connections, but that didn't stop him from moving forward. For Ma, the important thing is to start, even if you're not fully prepared, because it's during the process that you learn and adjust. His courage to forge ahead, despite the uncertainties, is a common trait among great visionaries. This philosophy can be applied to anyone who has an idea or project in mind, but still feels unsure about taking the first step. Jack Ma shows that it's normal not to have all the answers at the start. He himself admitted that when he started Alibaba, he didn't know much about technology, but that didn't stop him from surrounding himself with the right people and learning along the way. The entrepreneurial spirit is one that acts and solves problems as they arise. Ma believes that many people fail to achieve success because they wait for the perfect moment, which never comes. The big secret, according to him, is to get started and adapt along the way. If you wait for an ideal scenario, the opportunity may go unnoticed. What defines a successful entrepreneur is not preparation, but the willingness to face the unknown and learn from every mistake made. It's not about being totally ready. It's about being willing to evolve along the way. Like Jack Ma, you may have a great idea, but feel you need more time to prepare. The truth is that the perfect time never comes. What you can do now is take the first step, trusting that the rest of the path will be revealed as you move forward. The value of long-term vision. For Jack Ma, success is never instantaneous. He always emphasized the importance of having a long-term vision, and this mindset was crucial to Alibaba's growth. From the outset, Ma knew it would take years to build a solid and sustainable platform, and he was willing to wait. This strategic patience is what differentiates successful entrepreneurs from those who seek immediate results and often get frustrated. Ma advises entrepreneurs to think in terms of 5 to 10 years. He believes that it is essential to have a clear goal for the future, but also to be flexible to adjust course as circumstances change. For him, a long-term vision offers a sense of direction that helps get through the difficult times when results are not yet visible. It is during this time that resilience and the ability to adapt to change become valuable. This approach of patience and persistence can be challenging in today's world, where instant gratification is often valued. However, Ma is proof that great things take time to build. By focusing on the future, he managed to transform Alibaba into one of the world's largest e-commerce companies, even when the obstacles seemed insurmountable. Having a long-term vision doesn't mean ignoring the present, but rather working today with a clear purpose for tomorrow. As Jack Ma points out, patience is one of an entrepreneur's greatest assets. You may be at a stage where the results haven't yet appeared, but that doesn't mean they won't come. Long-term vision is what allows you to keep moving forward, even when the path seems uncertain. Learning from mistakes. Jack Ma is a great advocate of the idea that failure teaches you more than success. He himself has experienced many mistakes throughout his career, but has always seen them as learning opportunities. For Ma, every mistake made is a lesson that brings him closer to his ultimate goal. This approach allows him and any entrepreneur to constantly grow and improve. Ma believes that by failing, you discover what doesn't work and adjust your path. He stresses that mistakes are inevitable, but giving up should not be an option. Instead of seeing failure as an insurmountable obstacle, Ma sees it as a sign that adjustments are needed to achieve success. He advises that when people make mistakes, they shouldn't blame themselves. but learn from them and move on. One of Jack Ma's best-known stories involves his failed attempt to create a company before Alibaba. This failure made him realize the importance of adapting quickly to changes in market needs. Instead of getting down on himself, he used this experience to create a more robust business model, which eventually led to the success of Alibaba. For him, every mistake is a stepping stone, as long as it is used intelligently. Learning from mistakes is one of the greatest advantages of those who are willing to take risks. If you've already failed, know that you're on the right track. Like Jack Ma, use these experiences to refine your skills and strategies, and you'll see that success is closer than you think. Customers first. For Jack Ma, Alibaba's success has always been based on putting customers first. From the outset, he understood that a business can only thrive if it meets the needs of its consumers. Ma prioritized customers over shareholders, an approach that ensured the public's loyalty and trust in Alibaba, something essential for the company's growth. This philosophy may seem counterintuitive in a world where the focus tends to be on immediate profit, but Jack Ma knew that by ensuring customer satisfaction, profits would come as a natural consequence. He always said that if customers are happy, shareholders will be too. His vision was long-term, focusing on creating a solid base of loyal customers, which would sustain the company in difficult times. This customer-centric approach can also be applied to other aspects of life. Jack Ma teaches us that by putting people first, we create stronger, longer-lasting relationships. When a customer perceives that their needs are being taken seriously, they become not just a buyer, but a brand advocate. Ma believed that this human connection was the true differentiator for the success of any business. Whether in business or in life, putting the other person first may seem risky, but as Jack Ma demonstrates, this is the key to building something that really lasts. Customer focus is more than a strategy. It's a philosophy of life that can transform any project into something great. The importance of dreaming big. Jack Ma has always encouraged people to dream big. For him, there are no geographical or economic limits that should restrict one's ambitions. From the very beginning of Alibaba, Ma thought in global terms, not just local ones. He believed that entrepreneurs should not limit their dreams to the country or market in which they operate, but think about how their ideas could impact the world. Dreaming big also means not being afraid to fail. Jack Ma recalls that many people give up on their ambitions because they think that dreaming big is too risky. However, he emphasizes that the real risk lies in dreaming too small. Ma believed that by dreaming big, people challenge themselves to overcome their own limits and thus end up achieving much more than they thought possible. Alibaba, now one of the largest companies in the world, began as an ambitious dream in a market that was dominated by giants. Jack Ma wasn't afraid to compete with large corporations because he knew that his edge lay in innovation and the ability to think big. His message is clear. By dreaming big, you not only expand your own possibilities, but also influence the people around you to do the same. You may be tempted to dream small for fear of failure, but remember the words of Jack Ma. If you dream small, you will live small. So don't be afraid to expand your horizons and imagine all that can be achieved. Big dreams have the power to change the world. Focus and determination. For Jack Ma, success is directly linked to the ability to focus on a single goal. He uses the metaphor of rabbits to illustrate his philosophy. If you try to catch 2 rabbits at the same time, you'll end up catching none. This principle applies not only to business, but to any endeavor in life. Jack Ma has always emphasized that staying focused is the key to achieving great things, because scattered energy and attention only leads to mediocre results. When founding Alibaba, Jack Ma faced countless distractions and challenges, but he knew that his ultimate goal was to build a global e-commerce platform. This relentless focus was crucial to the company's success. While many entrepreneurs get lost in several ideas at once, Ma advises choosing one and dedicating yourself to it with total determination. Persistence in a single direction allows you to achieve depth and excellence rather than superficiality on several fronts. In addition to focus, determination is what drives entrepreneurs forward. Jack Ma believes that without determination, even the best business plan will fail. During the early years of Alibaba, he faced countless adversities, but never lost sight of his